Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Stu Clark. If you didn't watch last week's video, we talked a lot about footwear and helping to keep your feet aligned, just to keep you healthy. As a wildlife photographer, it can be quite hard on your body, and especially if you're someone that doesn't lead a particularly active life, to then get out in the woods with a camera, you're just putting a lot of wear and tear on yourself and the real potential for injury. If you watched last week's video, we talked a lot about footwear and kind of making sure that you align your feet so that everything is aligned correctly from there. Obviously, you're out hiking a lot, out in the woods a lot. I'm doing a ton of miles when I'm out with the camera. Keeping myself, reasonably healthy has been a real struggle over the years. In 2023, we caught COVID, and unfortunately I've been fighting the long COVID symptoms ever since. It's been quite difficult. So it's been a real struggle to keep myself out there on a regular basis. Given all the injuries I've had over the years, if you're not keeping up, walking, hiking, those things can kind of almost become more of a problem as you get, if you don't maintain the muscle strength and muscle mass, it can be quite difficult for you to kind of keep getting out there and keeping strong. This video, like I said, the last video we talked about footwear, insoles, things to help keep your feet and making sure that you're starting off straight from the ground up. Today we're going to look at the knees, and we're not turning into a health channel here. This is all going to be photography related, and it's going to mean it's ways that you can help to keep yourself out there as much as possible. And also when you get home, you're just not dealing with the aches and pains. I'm 54 next month. As we age, if you've lived an active life, as fit as you might be, just the wear and tear on your body can be difficult. And wildlife photography, it can be very hard on the knees. Waterfowl photography, shorebird photography, even things like bears where you want to get lower angle shots. But these things will keep you on your knees. And one of the things that I've got basically three things that I've utilized that have really helped me keep my knees as comfortable as possible. Obviously skiing injuries back in the day. In 2023, I actually wiped out really hard doing American Dipper video. The video, actually never made the video because it was kind of so hard. I didn't quite get the finished footage for it, and they didn't nest there the last 2 years. So I just haven't had the opportunity to kind of finish that video off, which is really unfortunate. But I wiped out trying to place the GoPro into an interesting location and really hurt my knee. With knees, there's a couple things you can do. One, and this is something that I've been over the last, the last 8, or probably going on a year now, I picked up these knee braces, which are basically just a sleeve, a compression sleeve, basically. They have been absolutely fantastic. If you're personally dealing with any sort of achiness in your knees, any tweaks, sometimes you take a step wrong and that hurt. Highly recommend giving these a go. So they have got a stabilizer in the sides of them, and then they've got a padding around the patella or your kneecap. So they help to keep your kneecap in place, and then the stabilizer bars down the side just add that extra stability from side to side. Where that extra stability comes is when you go to take a step down. I noticed it a lot when if you're walking anything off camber, each step has a tendency to just push that little bit of extra pressure on the outside of your knee. And my left knee is, like I said, it's had a few injuries over the years, and that little bit of extra support on the outside is incredible. I'll be leaving links for all these items in the description. Affiliate links, so if you buy through my Amazon affiliate links, it really helps the channel out and helps to provide me with hopefully good info that will really help to keep you out shooting. So I actually recommended these to my 80-year-old dad. He's picked up a set of them. He's been really happy just for getting out walking and just keeping him walking. He said they've been invaluable and just kind of aiding and help to really just prevent that the soreness, especially when you get home, and also help prevent injury. You can get like the wraparound style this is a tensor knee brace. These ones work reasonably well. I find they work well if you've just recently had an injury. I think you can get them a little bit snugger. You can definitely do a little bit stiffer all around as a brace. But I found with the Velcro straps, as they wrap around, especially doing a lot of hiking, they have a tendency to move around a little bit. And if you got them under pants, you'll end up with the Velcro is rubbing against the back of your leg or underneath your knee. They cut in, and I just found they weren't as comfortable. They definitely give you excellent support through the healing process, but I think once your legs are healed up, I would definitely look at kind of jumping into something like this, these Ninka braces. They have just been, like I said, exceptional. Been so happy with them. Had a rough spell with some of the long COVID symptoms through the winter here, and once I got into the spring, I just really decided to really buckle down. I was going to give myself a real fighting chance here, just trying to push through a lot of the symptoms. And starting in April, I've basically been out hiking every single day. I try to keep it about 10,000 steps a day, and typically about 30 flights in those 10,000 steps. Lots of ups and downs. And these braces have just been, they've been amazing. They've just allowed me to just keep that progression and just really hopefully kind of start to pull through it. And I've definitely still got to really be careful of my energy levels, but keeping in that 10,000 zone is really, and without hurting myself, has just been vital to kind of help keep me moving forward on that. So with the knee brace on, you can see the bar running down the side here. It gives you that extra stability, and then you can see how it's quite snug fitting. These actually give a sizing chart that you measure your calf at the top in order to determine whether or not what size you need. But what I find as I'm walking, as I'm stepping down, any sort of side angle, I find it really just helps to stabilize the knee side to side, and that makes for a much more comfortable walk. If you're stepping anything off camber. Where, things like here where, you might step on a root weird. And just having that little bit of extra support will make it so that hopefully you're not going to injure yourself. That's the most important thing possible. The other thing, if you've done any hiking, backpacking, you've definitely seen people using hiking poles if you haven't used them yourself. So hiking poles are, if I was going backpacking, I've done the West Coast Trail 3 times, any sort of mountaineering, anything like that, absolutely no question, I'm using hiking poles. Now hiking poles are different than ski poles, and the big difference being is that they have got a carbide tip compared to a steel tip. So ski poles traditionally have a steel tip, where the hiking poles have got a more expensive carbide tip. So the carbide tip has got it's incredibly hard, and it maintains a sharpness on the tip itself, which makes it really, really sticky compared to steel, where steel is quite a bit softer, and it's not as sharp. So steel will slide off of things. It'll be fine on a lot of wood, but any sort of rock, the steel will just skim off it, where the carbide tips will stick to it. So if you're pushing on a rock, for example, with the ski tip, because it's steel, it will slide. So you'll end up, as you go to place your pole down, it will slide on you. With this, because of the carbide, it's super sticky. So it will stick at almost any angle on the rock. So it makes for a really safe way to hike. There's a real difference between ski poles and hiking poles if you're using them a lot. With the hiking poles too, how you use the strap, it makes a big difference as well. So if you put your hand in the strap from below, I don't actually have to hold the hiking pole to maintain my stability. I'm not gripping the pole to prevent myself from slipping. I'm using the strap on your hand itself. So you're not getting fatigued with your hand through the course of the day. Using the pole itself, I just swing the pole forward. You're just using it. The strap is what's kind of keeping you up. And as you're stepping down, you can using your upper body to lower yourself down, as opposed to just kind of a Hail Mary step off of things and hoping your knees hold up. You're basically lowering yourself down instead of just stepping down. So as you're stepping down, it's much more controlled. It's much safer. So if you've had knee problems, get yourself a pair of hiking poles. It absolutely will help you. For me though, with my camera gear, what I found is I constantly leave the hiking poles behind. I'll grab the camera tripod, I put the hiking poles down in the grass behind a rock, and I'll walk off without them. So I find when I'm out in the field shooting, I generally won't use hiking poles unless my knees have been sore or I've got a big hike. So I'm going out for Vancouver Island Marmot. You're going to be hiking to the top of a mountain. Camera gear's in the backpack, tripods on the backpack, hands are free. I'm definitely going to be using hiking poles for that sort of situation. We're going to be putting some lot of miles on with a lot of weight and gear. Hiking poles are absolutely a must. Definitely want to go that route. Where the hiking poles are great. So if you're stepping down, you put the poles down in front of you, especially if you've got a big step down. So you can plant the poles down and then you can lower yourself down comfortably. And you're not then, it just takes an enormous amount of pressure off your knees and you're not getting that impact as you're walking. So it just really helps to kind of give you that extra flow. So when you're stepping up, you can use the poles to help kind of propel you forward. When you're setting up your hiking poles, what you want to do is you want to have your arm at a 90 degree, and that's going to be kind of where you're going to be comfortable walking up. These are a little bit low at the moment, but that gives you just that nice extra height where you can kind of plant them nicely. And then you can walk and you're comfortably walking behind you and you're not going to be tripping over them. You have them too long, they'll get in the way a little bit. So kind of that's the height you want to have them at, kind of at about 90 degree. And that's where you've got good reach with them. So as you step down, you can step down and you're not going to take a lot of that impact off of your knee. If you watch any of my videos, you see me wearing the Fjallraven Vita Pro ventilated hiking pants. These are, I haven't done I need to do a review on these. These are exceptional. I cannot recommend them enough. These are going on 3 years old. Lots of life left in them. They are fantastic. And I've worn the heck out of these things. I wear them everywhere, all sorts of conditions. And I've been also done a ton of low angle shorebird, waterfowl photography, stuff like that. And where these pants are amazing is they have got a spot that you can slide a foam knee pad into. So gone to the hardware store, you get basically an inexpensive foam knee pad and then basically trim it down to shape so that it fits inside. So what is I really like about these, just like with the Velcro wrap knee brace, you can get the knee braces with Velcro wrap. And if you're just going down to the beach, you're walking 100 feet from your car to the beach, no problem, that's fine. With this though, these are really comfortable to hike with. I find that it's an either or. I either use the knee brace or the foam knee pads. I find combined is not, the pants are a little bit too narrow to have both of them. But if you're not wearing the knee brace, the knee pads, basically, I just put them in and leave them in. You can hike all over with them. They're super comfortable. They don't fall out. Fjallraven does make a fitted knee pad for these. And if you can find them, they would definitely be great. What's nice is that anytime you go anywhere, a Pacific Wren pops up here and I want to get low into the bushes to get a low angle shot with it, I've got the knee pads on, super comfortable, a lot easier on the knees for that sort of use. The Fjallraven pants with the knees pads. It's amazing how comfortable they are. With the knee pads built in like this, they're not moving around on you. It's just so comfortable. Makes such a huge difference when you're out there. Like I said, shorebird photography, waterfowl photography. Trying to get the latest intel on that owl's nest. Bears. Things like ducks and geese. That's where the knee pads come in handy. So those are kind of my 3 go-tos for helping my knees as I'm getting older here. This channel, I'm not going to be a health channel, just hopefully gives you some ideas to help keep yourself comfortable when you're out in the field, and just things that I've encountered that have kind of kept me out of the field, and things that have really kind of helped me stay out there. And that's what I'm trying to pass on information to you for that. And in the next video of the series, we're going to talk about the hips. And this is something that I've really struggled with through the years of just carrying the gear incorrectly, too much weight on one side of my body to the other. And same thing with the hips and ankles and everything. It's all about kind of getting that load centered. So we kind of talked about the knees today. We'll move up to the hips next, and then we'll talk about how to properly carry the weight in a backpack, how to fit your backpack properly, how to wear it. Lately, I've been actually using a hip pack instead of a backpack to help keep some of the weight off of my lower back, and I find that works really, really well, and just to help keep the weight down as well. So yeah, I hope you got some great information out of this video today. Links down below if you wanted to buy anything through my affiliate links. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, until next time, hopefully this will help keep you out there. Until next time, we'll see you out there. Take care.